It was so funny that you could hear you yelling in the video you sent us.
Hey, I know, I didn't want to.
I go fucking do that, god damn it!
I was so mad. Fuck, I was so mad.
I was thinking about that. I was like, I don't think I would get that as mad as you got. And maybe I would
think
after a while.
over time.
Yeah.
For this long, I think for sure.
But I also wouldn't have been as like when you said I wanted to show Peyton the right thing. I would have went after those little fuckers. Like after.
Yeah, I would have been making plans to fucking get people down.
For
to
sure.
Tinseltown.
Yeah, unless they're bikers, then no plans.
Like plans are off.
We have like a it's called the Awatuki 411. It's like for people who live in Awatuki on Facebook or whatever. So that's where I posted their pics or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I got like roasted in that fucking thing. People were like, "Oh my god, they're just knocking on your door. Grow up." Like, I'd rather have people knock on my door than selling cocaine. I'm like, this has been going on for like fucking 3 months.
No,
now?
you go find that person's address. Let's knock on their door every single day, and we'll see if they'd rather have that.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I commented.
And it's not you had a choice. You're not like, no. Could you sell cocaine?
Yeah.
Although, I'm sure if you did have a I mean, they could be your drug dealers.
Which I'm pretty sure my fucking neighbor is a fucking drug dealer anyways.
So you got both. You get the best of both worlds.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah.
Double protection.
Perfect. All right, y'all ready to start?
No, let's do something for like another 20 minutes.
Yeah, no shit.
I'd rather not.
We're good. Let's start it.
What's up, everybody? Horn's dead, so we got the whistle back. Welcome back to Random Ramblings. I'm your sexy main baby boy, Jerome.
Fuck, I'm Nick.
And I'm Hess. And the funny thing is, I couldn't hear that thing at all. Like, it cancels it out, I guess, because it's so fucking loud. I can barely hear it.
I almost missed the horn, gotta be honest.
Yeah. Well, it's dead, so congratulations. Thank you, Billy Jackson, for commenting rest in peace. I appreciated that.
Yeah.
I rolled my eyes.
But today...
Mr. Woody Whistle might make a disappearance as well.
Oh, whoa. It sounds like Hess is going to put it in his butthole or something.
Maybe.
He's going to be a magician over there. But today, boys and girls, we're talking about...
Titanic.
The Titanic? The Titanic?
Titanic.
Starring David Spade. No,
Nice.
we're doing that. But first, we got to
do.
do our Twitter poll, find out our movies. Oh my, I keep getting fucking these tweets, text messages, of all, there's like 20 people in a group chat, and they want to have like neighborhood sex.
Oh, sweet.
But they're not really in the
That's
neighborhood.
cool.
I keep getting like, we're hot single moms in your neighborhood, and we want to fuck.
Wow.
And I'm like,
all
how
that
many
porn
hot...
you're
I've
watching.
gone on walks in this neighborhood. How many hot single moms are there?
No,
'Cause I can tell you, I've never seen one.
No, but why are you texting him?
I'm not. They just keep... I blocked like 8 numbers because I just keep getting random text messages, and Taylor's getting text messages too.
Stop entering your phone number on these weird sites.
Maybe is that what the problem is?
Probably.
Does that...
Signed up for fucking spunkmaster.com.
I did sign up for hornymomsintheneighborhood.com. That could be part of the problem.
You're like, phone number? I got a phone number.
Yeah. Oh my... Now I'm clicking on pictures of Damien now. All right, let's go to Twitter.
Damien's on that? He's only like 8.
He is a horny mom.
Titanic.
So Hess, since it's doing the thing again.
Yeah.
If you hear any audio cuts right now, Zoom's fucking up and it's echoing back my stuff digitally. Anybody watching?
That's what it is, eh?
Yeah, because when we were resetting this up, it didn't happen once, and then we're back on Zoom and it happens a bunch.
Did you just rhyme?
Okay.
I am a poet and I didn't know it.
Hey, I meant to ask this question.
12
Whatever
inches.
happened to Skype?
To Skype?
Yeah, Skype had like this like
They blew it.
28-3 lead, yeah.
Yeah,
And then,
I don't know.
The pandy wandy hits, and then all
Did
of a
you
sudden
just make a
Zoom
football
pops up.
reference to Jerome?
Hey, I understood it.
Yeah.
But no, he is right. I don't know. They kind of did drop the ball with the pandemic. I wonder, like,
Yeah.
how many people are on there? Because I've never even heard of Zoom until
Nobody has.
Taylor
Yeah,
had
I
to
think
use it.
it's yeah.
Now everybody uses it every day.
I'm sure they're pissed.
Probably.
Yeah.
But Hess,
The-
you picked Titanic. So what is your next movie you
the
want to go
Titanic?
to? You picked
The Titanic.
Titanic.
I'm gonna go with Victor Garber. And
Oh,
Sicario.
Sicario.
Sicario?
Oh, my phone
I've never seen
auto-corrected Sicario to DiCaprio.
Yeah,
It is Sicario, right?
Yeah.
correct.
It's gonna bug the shit out of me so fucking much.
Stop stuttering. I want.
It's almost gonna make me stutter more because I hear my voice back. It's like the fucking weird ear jammer app that you'd put in and you'd be like, say what you're saying right after you say it.
Okay.
All right, so Hess is picking Sicario. I'll go next. I'm picking, drum roll please. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah. I was between that and Wolf of Wall Street. I couldn't decide. And then I looked them both up, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood's a 20 minutes shorter. So I said, I'll go with that. But those are both amazing movies, so
Yeah, I like both of them.
it'd be fun watching either one.
I'm going with Frances Fisher, who's Kate Winslet's mom, and I'm going Unforgiven.
Unforgiven?
Unforgiven.
Unforgiven. That song?
No.
Wow.
By Metallica. Yeah.
Yeah. See, Hess knows what I'm talking about.
I don't know what the fuck.
I did a Metallica reference to Nick.
Pretty much. That's like doing a flip. That's a 28-3 right there.
Oh, well, what do I do for the poll? Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is too long.
Don't know what to tell you.
I don't know.
I don't know what to... should I just put Upon a Time in Hollywood? Do you think that would make sense?
That might be too long. Upon a Time in Hollywood. That might be too
No,
long.
I just couldn't put the wood in Hollywood.
Just put it. You could put in Hollywood.
In Hollywood?
No.
But no one's going to know what in Hollywood means. Quentin Tarantino's most recent movie.
It's kind of like when no one knew the other movie that was picked.
That's
that
true.
year.
The Natural Not
I
Killers.
can't remember.
It was Natural
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
Killers.
yeah.
Can you just put Once Upon a Time, but then
But not the TV show?
and not in Mexico and not in America?
I'm going to put Once Upon...
Just put Once Upon a Time in Hwood. In Hwood.
Oh, fuck, look at Hess being
Hwood.
smart. Once Upon a Time in Hwood, I was sucking dick. I was feeling good.
Unbelievable.
All right. Once Upon a Time in Hwood, and then what is yours? The Unforgiven.
Why are you talking like that? Yeah, Unforgiven.
Is it the Unforgiven or just Unforgiven?
I don't know.
I'm putting Unforgiven.
Okay.
Unforgiven.
I think it's just Unforgiven. It might be the.
And go. The poll is live, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
You know, it doesn't really do with your voice. Do you think if I scoot the computer back, it'd pick me up less or something? Because it's like constantly while I talk, picking me up and doing that. Is everybody ready to talk about...
Titanic.
Yep.
Is that going to be your favorite thing about
Titanic.
this? Because you got this
Titanic.
on there?
Are you playing something?
Are you not hearing it? Oh, I
I
didn't...
haven't heard a goddamn thing. That's why I was like, what was so funny last time when you played something?
That's fun.
Like, I was like,
What
I
was
don't
it?
hear shit.
I'm sharing
And I
the...
was like-
I'm sharing it now. I guess I didn't hit it before because we already did it. I was playing this.
Titanic.
Yeah.
But what's
that's
funny
how I say it, too.
is right when I said it, you said it that way, so
Yeah,
I thought
you-
you were hearing it.
Yeah, you did say it right
No.
after he said it.
That's really
That's-
weird.
That's funny because that's just how I've always said it with Titanic.
He's
And
actually
then-
he's actually making fun of the people that say it like that. But
But boys and girls, ladies and cat dudes, we're talking about...
Titanic.
And I got a whole page of notes, so we're going to be doing it a little bit differently. I told Nick to take notes as well. It's our first time ever watching the Titanic. So you're going to give us a little round of applause.
oh, okay.
great job.
We finally
Great
watched
job.
it.
My first note is why the fuck did you pick this movie?
I like this movie. I think
Oh,
it's a
do
good
you
movie.
really? I mean, I was.
He said that. He likes Bill Paxton. Do you guys... Was Bill Paxton playing Michael Bay in this?
You mean James Cameron?
Yeah, well, he kind of just said Michael Bay, too. They're like the same person.
I think
Well, James Cameron's a director.
Yeah.
so is Michael Bay.
In this movie?
No, he's a director.
Yeah, I know Michael Bay is a director, but James Cameron directed Titanic, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
and that's why I
to
corrected
me,
him.
because to me, they're almost
Yeah.
the same person. But was he playing him in this? Didn't it seem very much like he was him?
No, I don't think so.
I don't
Going
know
underwater
if
in
you
the
say that.
submarines and shit.
That shit was similar, but I don't think he was playing. You told me that before I watched it. And when I watched it, I was like, no, I don't really see it because I don't think he'd play himself quite the douchebag with the earring and stuff. But maybe.
I thought he was totally playing him.
Well, maybe the fat guy was playing Michael Bay then.
Oh,
And the other-
maybe. That's
Yeah.
he was a subtle diss at Michael Bay.
They're-
They just put little jabs at each other movies, making like.
I bet you James Cameron would be pissed if you said they were the same as Michael Bay.
I don't
He's like
care.
an Academy Award-winning.
Hey, go make
director.
another fucking Avatar, James Cameron. No one cares.
Jesus, you
I
guys are
like
fucking
it. I like
angry.
it.
I'm the one supposed to be angry. I'm the one who didn't want to watch this, and you guys are both going after me.
I'm not after you.
I'm not going
I'm
after
talking
you.
about
I
James
like it.
Cameron. Are you James Cameron?
No, I was just I was trying to make a point that Michael Bay makes movies like Bad Boys that blow up shit, and James Cameron wins the Academy Award. So I'd rather watch a Michael Bay movie,
Mm-hmm.
but I think he would take offense to that. Was my point.
No, Avatar didn't win any awards.
I know it just.
I think it did.
It just stole back
Yeah.
from Endgame because they're little cheaters. Put it back in theaters in China.
But I mean,
That's the
Avatar
best
is James
movie.
Cameron too.
Yeah.
That's why I call him
I
an
like-
Academy Award winning. I mean, this fucking thing won 11 awards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I get why in it. But so I got the opening. Finding the ship was kind of neat. They have Bill Paxton over there being like,
You like your panties?
Jesus.
Jesus.
but he's down there. He's trying to find that the little diamond that Rose. Fucking Bug's back. I guess I didn't.
You're
swallow ya.
fucking. You just went like cross-eyed. That damn thing.
He's coming right at me. He's trying to find the diamond that is down there. He doesn't know about Rose yet.
Yeah, I guess James Cameron really got into this shit. I mean, obviously.
I mean, all of it's made up, so I don't know if he really.
No, he went down there and looked at it. Like,
Oh,
shit.
that's but I meant like the story. I think he was talking about the storyline.
No,
like,
not
into
the-
that.
yeah, no.
I was gonna say he made up a lot of that shit.
Yeah.
I feel like it's very interesting to me. I don't know. Like, it was funny because we watched this last night. The Titanic set sail April 10th and sank the 14th. So like they were sailing right now while we're doing this podcast.
Hey, I did think it was weirdly good timing because like they
it
pulled
was.
up the letter and Taylor's like, "Oh, it's my birthday," when like it sank or whatever, and I was like, "That's weird." We're watching it like super good timing, like almost an anniversary of this shit on
Yeah.
accident.
Also,
Yeah.
I mean, I know the whole point in the beginning is everyone saying it's unsinkable, but the fucking thing lasted
Yeah,
5 days.
How many fucking times did they say that? in the
Not
movie?
even.
Jesus Christ!
Not even
Yeah,
5
it
days.
is 12, 13, 14, 5.
Isn't there a whole?
The
Isn't there?
10th through the 14th.
Isn't there a whole?
That's 4 days.
Isn't there a whole?
Five.
A whole thing about how that's not even like the realistic with the ship, about how that wasn't even the real Titanic. Isn't there like conspiracy theories and like there was another ship and they replaced the names and all shit. So like the real unsinkable ship was over here and that was actually like a busted old bad ship and that's why it sank.
No,
I don't know. I've seen a bunch of theories on that, but I don't know like the particulars in there. But
No,
There's
I
also
find
theories
that kind of
that-
interesting.
There's also theories that J.P. Morgan Chase did it on purpose to collect the insurance money.
Oh,
how much was the insurance?
yeah. I was gonna say how much was the insurance? Do you know?
I have no idea.
I
But
should.
I've seen the theories like
I'm gonna see that.
that J.P. Morgan basically did it on purpose so that they could collect the insurance.
Did they own the boat?
I believe so.
Oh, because I looked at it earlier and it was the people that like built it. Or
It was the equivalent of today's 133 million. At the time, it was 9.42 million. The
Which is
insurance
a
on
fuck
it.
ton of money in 1912.
I could see killing a few thousand people for that.
Yeah, kill 1,500 people.
Yeah, why not? And then but then
I bet-
and then they nuke later on too. They're like, well, Leonardo DiCaprio is gonna make a movie in it too later on.
Yeah.
So that's worth it just
Double.
right there.
You know what's?
They do.
Do you know what the most disappointing thing about this movie was? Is that Billy Zane didn't die.
God, he's a dick, isn't he?
I know.
I mean, and fucking who does his eyebrows?
He was crazy in this.
Jesus.
Um,
He's a good actor, but I'm like, fuck, you're annoying.
yeah.
Yeah, he was a dick.
My next thing I got here is the old lady saw her own young titties on TV.
Yeah,
Like,
that was
What
weird.
what TV station was she watching for them to show that?
Yeah, I was wondering
drawing?
about that.
I mean,
I was
I
like,
realized
it's a
it was
drawing, but
I don't
still,
think they would show that. Like
They'd
you know,
show it on like
nowadays.
CNN, wouldn't they?
maybe CNN.
I don't think so.
But I don't know.
You know what I thought? Is what are the chances that the fucking one survivor left of the Titanic is fucking making a pot, all ghost style, and glances over and sees the fucking news? Oh, that's the thing that happened to me that no one else knows about. I'm gonna go call the guy, and then I was like,
She lives in a magical world. Yeah, she's
Apparently.
also 101 years old, supposedly, for fuck's sake. And I want to point
she
out,
looked like it when she called.
her eyes are a completely different color than Kate's.
You said that.
Her
and
eyes are blue, Kate's are green.
every time after you told me that, because I had to watch this in parts. When they did the little transition, and it was like Kate, and then You would, and I was, I couldn't tell.
They're completely different colors.
Actually, my honest first note was, why isn't this on Paramount Plus?
I asked the same thing when we watched it. I was like, that's
It's
interesting.
like Paramount.
They just must not have got the rights yet. Like,
I'm
it must
like,
have been still on
yeah.
Stars and shit. Just like, well, because New Mutants, that's why Marvel wanted to put it out on Disney Plus and all that. Like, they just get it out, put it out, don't get it in theaters because advertising and all that's going to cost so much more money than it already has. But there was deals set back when Fox was still Fox that it goes to theaters and then HBO.
I got you.
So it could have been a deal like that way, but like it's still going on. But I did find that interesting because that could have been a big selling point for some people. Like, go watch Titanic on Paramount.
I do have a quick question. If you almost drowned in the Titanic, would you go back on a boat 100 years later?
Yeah, I don't think
I would.
I don't think I'd be like traumatized by it that much.
Really?
Like enough to knock on a boat that many years later. I don't think I'd bother.
There's
me.
like 5,000 dead people around her, just floating, frozen like popsicles, and she's like, "Yeah, I'll just go back on the boat."
She's saying that would you not take a bath ever again?
That's not quite the same.
It's similar.
Not really.
It's similar. Why?
Definitely not.
I got a question. Why did you bring her goldfish, brother?
I don't
They're
know.
a fucking fish.
I was wondering which
That was a
one.
little weird.
I was wondering which one's gonna live longer.
She brought her entire every single belonging, basically.
Yeah, that was weird too. And they're like, okay, I guess tell us the story. You fucking bug.
You didn't get it.
I didn't get it. That time I might have. So this part I thought was interesting. So Jack, he's in there, he's playing poker and shit. He almost misses the ship, but then makes it and says, "We're the luckiest sons of bitches."
Yeah, you're.
And I was like, you just kind of ran to your death.
That's exactly what I said. I go, might be for now. You are.
Yeah, you might want to have not made that actually, Jack.
Do you think he was colder in this at the end, or what's the other movie with this?
The Reverend.
Reverent. Yeah, I was gonna call it the Remembrant.
The Remember.
Just making up words.
Oh, well, he
I would
didn't.
say
He didn't
it
have to
was
fight a
probably
bear
colder
in
in
that
this.
one, or in this one.
No, I said colder.
But no, but I was saying because then he was torn up and cold too. So
but
I
he's
thought that might
actually
have been.
he actually froze to death in this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I mean, in the water, that adds to it.
I like to at some point he describes how painful that is specifically to her.
Oh yeah.
And my next thing is I really don't like seeing all the dogs on the boat. There's a whole specific scene of the lady walking like 6 dogs on the boat, and I'm like, oh my god, all those dogs are gonna die. There's no way those dogs survive.
Abby goes, I hate that. I go, it's a movie.
Me and Abby said the exact same thing. I saw that and I was like, oh, I don't like seeing those here.
It's a movie, but a lot of it's based on reality.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the band,
But, I mean,
the
that
band
was-
playing at the end is 100% real.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
And there was really 3 dogs on the boat. No, I'm just.
Yeah,
kidding.
I don't know about that part.
I'm sure there were dogs on the boat.
Oh, yeah. I would imagine.
They were eaten by sharks.
Oh fuck! I just clicked off my notes.
From London town.
When Rose is going to jump, the water doesn't hold up very well at night. They're at the water underneath, and he walks up to her at night and takes her shoes off and shit. Didn't really hold up, I didn't think.
The one thing I noticed, because I saw this in the theaters, like I remember watching it in theaters, and I didn't notice it back then, but it's very CGI-y. I know that's not a word.
CGI. Well, what parts, Guns? Because there's not actually a lot of CGI in this.
Or what? It just looks like when they're like above the boat, like in their.
Oh, like at the end when it's sinking.
Well, that and then like when they're like first setting sail, like they have like some shots from like up top.
Mm-hmm.
It looked very like computer graphically designed.
Those scenes weren't, but they were filmed. Either some of that was green screen, like them floating green screen, but it's all miniatures. So they have like little. It's basically toys that they filmed going in and putting in that shit.
I think what he's saying though is that it just doesn't hold up because no matter how they filmed it, the background looks shitty half the time. Like
that's funny because I thought it looked. I was surprised how good it looked throughout all this.
I should.
And then I looked up and like almost none of the movie is CGI except for the water and then the people falling off the boat is CGI.
Anytime he said there's background was just like the air or the sky, it looked like they weren't there.
Yeah, it was a green screen though.
Yeah,
so it was real footage on real footage still though, but it was just not on the right. But I also got to when she's about to jump off, I really like how he calls her out and he's like, "No, you won't." Yeah. Like he kind of dares her to jump off. But he mentions that the water is freezing and he tells a story about how much freezing water will hurt. It's like a bunch of knives going into your skin and all that shit. And we're like, "Oh, cool."
I wonder if
It's
that'll
just
happen.
gonna happen to you in a little bit, pal. Just wait a couple hours.
I liked how the guy goes, "Oh, you just caught her, but you had time to take your jacket off and untie your shoes."
Yeah,
Yeah.
that guy was a munchkin fucker too.
Yeah, but at least he was like not stupid.
Then-
Oh my god, that giant fly is back.
But I put too. Rose took way too long to say something about Jack touching her, because they walk up after he saves her and they fall on top of each other, like almost kiss or whatever. And everybody else gets up, and they have time to put a blanket on her and all this shit. They're talking to her. It's probably been about 5 minutes, and then she comes up with the excuse of, "Oh no, he almost fell overboard and he grabbed me and saved me." Blah blah, all this shit.
No, she's not. Very,
Way too long.
she wasn't very quick on her feet.
They made it pretty obvious that something's going on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that thing is huge.
Yeah.
That's bigger than before. Holy shit!
What are you feeding that fucker?
The fly is literally like this big,
Might not be a fly.
and he's gone.
No, it's a fly.
Okay, well, Jesus Christ.
Luckily, he's attracted to those fucking lights.
Yeah, not us. I wanted him when after a little bit in the movie, then Jack gets invited to that dinner,
Mm-hmm.
and he needs a better suit. So what's her name?
Kathy Bates.
Yeah, Kathy. I was gonna call her Misery, and that totally fucked up.
Misery would
I
have
fuck-
been a good movie.
I fucking love her in this movie.
Yeah, I was surprised how nice she was, because I always expected her to be a bitch,
She's just a good actress.
because she's a bitch in a lot of things.
She's
though.
the bitch in a lot of things.
But so every time I was like, oh wow, she's nice. It's weird. But I wanted a montage of him trying on different outfits and walking out to her and be like, "You better work it, girl." She's like, not that one.
Oh my god.
But he just walked out. He just walked out with one suit, and that was it. And I was like, okay. I guess this movie's long. They can't have that in there. Maybe there's a deleted scene
You're
of that
trying
going
to
on.
add time to this movie. Jesus.
Well, they can cut out other things and put that in there.
Well, the funny thing is, because we watched it all in one sitting,
Yeah, that's how I did it
And-
too.
and like there's legit like an hour and 25 left, and it's just the boat going down.
Yeah.
So basically, half of the movie is just the boats.
I looked it up, and it said without the present day stuff and the credits, the movie's 2 hours and 40 minutes, because that's how long it took the boat to go down. And I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. You don't need to film a movie that way, but that's kind of interesting.
Does that include like them being in the water?
That's everything. So that's him running to the boat and all that too. So it's not only the boat crashing is that, but it's just not the present day stuff and not the credits.
Because like you told me, once the boats are going, it goes really fast or whatever. And then like, I thought we were done seeing the old lady, and then we saw her again.
Yeah, she cut back to, and it scares you a little bit.
A little bit. Did you know they were both nominated for Academy Award? Both Roses.
Oh, really?
I was surprised.
The old lady, I don't get.
Yeah, I
she was
didn't-
not selling.
neither one of
very
them
well.
won,
I didn't
but-
buy. I think that's an imposter. Honestly,
the
that's
two-
my theory.
They're the two things that didn't win.
Woman.
Or
Yeah.
the,
I think she was just a random woman that found that diamond or something, and she's just showing up there. I just got Billy Zane as a dick. He throws the table and shit out and slaps her. You listen to me. You obey me. And I was like, okay, calm down, Billy.
I know this is a little bit later, but like one of my favorite lines of this movie is when she says, "I'd rather be his whore than your wife." I was like, that.
Yeah, I did.
That.
I think that's actually similar. Like, I think that's close to that scene when he's yelling at her and all that. Because like, you want to run off and be his whore. PG-13 titties.
I
Had
know.
quite a
I
bit.
know.
Yeah, I was surprised by that. What's funny is Taylor goes, "Oh, this is PG-13." It's like, no nudity. I go,
Watch
no,
that-
no, this is back when PG-13 was just you can't say fuck.
Yeah.
Watch this at that part of the gym. So that was cool.
Oh.
Kate Winslet's just. And you know what's funny? So she takes off her shit, and like I'm watching, and literally the app stops, and it goes, and the movie pauses, and I'm like, and it goes back to the small part of the screen, and I'm like, what is going on? And then it's like, this is not letting me watch nudity, and then I hit play, and then it just started playing again. So it was just total coincidence,
They just wanted you to see the titties twice.
I guess.
But so
It-
that's
like,
that's going on. She goes to lay down to get painted and stuff, or drawn, and it zooms into her eye, and then it really grossed me out because it cuts instantly to the wrinkly old lady's face.
It was a bit close.
It was like, whoa. And then the lady is so, I mean, no offense to her, she's dead now, so I guess she can't hear this.
Did you see she lived to be 100?
Oh, she did live to be 100?
Yeah.
Oh, so I guess they were spot on with that.
Well,
what her
she
age
was
could have been.
101, so she couldn't even make it.
Do you think, how disappointed do you think some people were that
I don't
she
think
didn't
she
make it
gave
to
a fuck.
101? Isn't it weird, though, that mostly women are the ones that live to be 100 plus?
Healthier.
It's a little annoying, don't you think? I mean, fucking broads, am I right?
Fucking broads.
Fucking broads with Nick and Josh. Where was I at? Oh, right here.
I wanted to ask you, when it goes back and forth from old to new,
Older new.
no pun intended. Did it remind you of BioShock?
It did a lot of time. I was gonna write that down, and I was like, "No, it's stupid. They're gonna make fun of me. That doesn't."
No,
but-
fucking totally
but-
reminded me of Bioshock.
I'm glad it reminded you of that too.
That was probably the best part.
I got bug on me. It's an iceberg. Like, that happened, and I said that, and then the guy up top like literally says something just like that.
Yeah.
Those two dudes are like jerking off up top of watching Jack and Rose make out, and then like, oh fuck, hey Captain, turn! Which worst captain of all time, by the way. He's most of the time the ship's driving, he's standing on the deck sipping coffee or something.
Went down with the ship.
Yeah, didn't need to. I always find that stupid when people do that. That happens.
A lot of people did.
That happens.
Jesus.
They are all supposed to.
Yeah.
You can get like charged if you don't.
And then what?
Yeah, I forgot what I was watching, but that was brought up that you can get in trouble if you don't.
But you don't. But you don't
like,
die.
Yeah, but you can like go to prison for not going.
Well,
down
would you have
with,
to
like,
be
your ship and
dead
shit.
or?
Well, that's when you just run away and you're like, hard me, matey, now I'm a pirate.
I mean,
I'll be sweeping the seven seas with your
there's no
contract."
internet back then. You could probably get away pretty easily.
Oh, that's probably true. Yeah, you go to Newtown.
Yeah.
I got the music playing, so there's no panic is kind of weird. I know that really happened, but like in real life, that's fucking weird. They'll go in the and then they're gonna walk away, and the one dude doesn't. So they're all like, "Fuck, I guess we're dying with Jeff. Everybody come back to Jeff, or I guess we're gonna die with him here." So there's
Well, I mean, it's not like they were gonna make it anyways.
Maybe they could have.
so-
Maybe they could have surfed all their instruments away.
Make it.
Can you imagine if they had like the Beach Boys on the boat
Oh, like,
and they're playing? Everybody be surfing. It'd be perfect.
are there not sharks in the North Atlantic?
Hey, wait till I get further in my notes.
Mm-mm.
I have a shark thing.
Sorry.
I'll say it now when I get. I really want there to be a Jaws Titanic crossover.
Yeah, where they're just bobbing and
Like I thought when she's walking in to go find him because he's handcuffed. I just wanted all of a sudden here. Nun, nun, nun. Imagine that plot twist in this. That'd be awesome.
if you're Kate and you have to go back after Leonardo,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's dead, right?
I'd go back for Leo.
Would you really?
Yeah. Maybe
Oh,
maybe,
yes.
maybe not Jack. I'd go back for Leo.
It's very ballsy.
It is. And I feel me and Taylor were questioning a little bit how cold the water was because they were down there
Well, because she
for
never.
a long time.
Well, and she never says a word about it until she gets him, and then he's like, "Oh, it's cold," and then they both start shivering. So I was like, "Oh, that's weird. It didn't get cold."
She
until-
just realized it was cold then.
Maybe she's peeing the whole time,
I got what was that random guy doing down there when Rose was trying to save Jack?
jerking off.
And he just runs by, and then he's like, "Help me!" And then the other dude comes up, and then she punches him in the face, and he's like, "Fuck
I-
this, I'm out."
I like the little kid who's just standing there.
Yeah, that was
Like-
weird.
And then they grab
like,
him, and then
you-
the dad's like, "Stupido."
Yeah, stupid dog. What
Yeah.
you grabbing my son for?
And then, meanwhile,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go drown. See you later.
See you later, alligator.
Okay.
And I go, whoa, it's an action movie now. We've skipped probably about an hour into it. Billy Zane is chasing them. Pop, 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 pop.
We're damn near
Pretty,
at the end.
pretty
Fuck.
intense. He was just going hardcore on him.
Yeah, he's not exactly John Wick, is he?
No. And then he's like, the guy's like, why are you chasing her? He's like, I put the diamond in her jacket. And you're like, oh, well, fucking idiot. Why would you do that?
Yeah, because he's like,
No,
he's like,
he
you know-
forgot he did.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he's
Yeah.
like, you know what's funny? And he's like, what is funny about this, sir? And he's like, I put the fucking diamond in the fucking jacket.
Mhm.
Yeah, because he just started laughing like a maniacal fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then here I want the Jaws Titanic crossover. I thought that'd be pretty fun. I don't know why everyone falling off the boat. And like when they fall up and it goes ding ding and they hit and fall down. That was cracking me and Taylor up.
Pinball.
Yeah.
It's like-
What about the
Pinball.
guy that hit the propeller?
All that shit. Every single time we'd either go, oh, or we'd just start laughing because it was just fucking hilarious seeing them fall off the boat.
That had to hurt
It
like a
was.
mother.
Yeah. Like, what's funny is, so like, you know the one dude that you brought up that you're like, who's easy? And I said he didn't really have the accent in real life. It's Jack's friend that
Oh,
he gets
yeah.
the boat with. Taylor was making fun of him
Which he's
about his accent, him not really having it. And then the whole fucking top part of the ship falls on top of him, like the chimney thingy.
yeah.
And she's like, wow, they did him fucking dirty. And I was like, well, you were just bitching about him, so I think you got him killed.
He's in The Rock. I looked at a couple things. He's like in some
Dwayne?
like action movies in the 90s.
He's inside Dwayne?
Yeah, you wish.
I think probably he wishes too, to be honest.
I did enjoy like when the boat breaks in half and then it starts to go and it shows everybody running down the boat as it's kind of.
I really liked too when they were all falling down that hallway.
Yeah, that part was really cool.
Yeah, I like that. It made me laugh a little bit too. Jack and Rose could easily fit on there. I know everybody says that, but they could have, and also Mythbusters did. a video on an episode, and myth busted they could fit on there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So she just lets them die. She kills them. They could also took turns, I think, too, probably.
Yeah.
But I think they could have easily got on there. But also it's really fucking disgusting when they're going to find her, and they're just like scooting dead bodies by and all this shit trying to get her. That was really disgusting.
And then you got like the mom holding the baby.
Yeah, the baby was a little rough.
All that was real gross.
The other shit didn't bother me. They were just like...
Well, because I just imagine, like, just moving a frozen body to the side, just trying to...
But
And then she has to go
frozen.
and then she has to swim to get the whistle. I thought it was a little interesting that she doesn't have the power to yell, "Come back!" But she can go... I can't even whistle
I was
now.
thinking she just put her lips on that dead guy's whistle.
Yeah, that grossed out Taylor big time.
She would have caught COVID.
Yeah,
She would've caught
definitely.
COVID.
Which, by the way, did you guys see there's a second Titanic boat? I think I googled it because Nick asked how the hell could there be a sequel, and it'll be finished in 2022, I believe. It's called Titanic 2.
Electric Boogaloo?
Mm-hmm.
I ain't getting on that bitch.
Did you think... So, when they're...
If you got offered right now, say like we saw your podcast, we loved it about Titanic. You guys want to go on the new one?
Oh, I'd go.
I would go on Titanic 2. And they're like, we're
Nah,
going
me.
right towards the same iceberg. I'd totally go.
Not me.
I think it's lettuce. Did you think the water was way too calm, too, when they're waiting there? I mean, they're in the fucking middle of the ocean. I don't think it's like a pond.
They mentioned that. They said
Yeah,
that
I
it
know.
was very
Yeah.
calm and all that shit, yeah.
Yeah, it makes the icebergs harder to see, which didn't make sense to me. I'm not a fucking ship captain,
Well,
but...
he explained why, because you can't see the waves crashing off the bottom.
Yeah.
But it's... I mean, maybe that's a thing. It just
And
seemed
what-
very weird to me.
I-
And there was no icebergs to be
Yeah.
seen. Until and then they pick them up, and there's like 50, and then you're like, maybe go a different way.
Yeah, a little
I
bit.
thought
Would the radar
I
not
thought
pick
the
that up?
I have no idea.
I don't know what they had back then. It was 1912.
What were you going to say about the iceberg?
What did they use for that?
Well, I saw part of it.
Styrofoam.
Part of it was a miniature in the film, and then some of it was like they like tossed it on the boat. Like if you watch the behind the scenes thing, it's like a green screen, and then like a bunch of it just falls on the ship.
Yeah.
But it just used like the boat on little miniatures.
Do you
that
think
they made.
anyone picked it up and made a snowman?
Oh, they went, let's build a snowman. It turned into cannibal.
Plus, if we went now, there would be no icebergs. It's global warming.
That's true. We could be
There's still
sweeping the seven seas. Horror.
Fuck, I didn't think about that.
The old lady moans and tosses the diamond into the water. I thought that was a little weird. She was like, ah.
Did she come?
She totally came and tossed the diamond in the water. That was weird.
I thought that was legit the stupidest thing of the movie.
That was
Why?
weird. That was weird. The whole diamond thing I didn't really care about. I really, really did enjoy the movie, but the whole diamond part I didn't really care
that's this priceless fucking thing worth so much. Nah, just throw it back in the water.
about.
Well, yeah, but it's only hers. It was like no one else gets to relish in that. Like, I think it's cool that she.
I get it.
I thought it was-
I get it. It is neat, and if I was that old too, because she's 101, so she's knocking on death's door.
I bet her granddaughter didn't think it was
As
neat.
we're seeing in a second, I think I'd probably do something similar.
Give it to your fucking kids.
What if your grandkids are assholes? What if I'm your grandkid?
All right,
Well, she ain't got. Yeah,
What about that fucking lady?
she had one.
Yeah,
we
she-
don't know.
Yeah, that lady could have been the biggest bitch in the world, for all we know.
She seemed pretty fucking nice. She brought her fucking old ass back
That's
to
true. Now
some
she has to
fucking
take
random
care of
thing.
the goldfish back
She's
herself.
fucking crying over her stupid ass story.
So lastly, before we get into my alternate ending that I made,
Oh Jesus fucking Christ!
did she go to Titanic heaven at the end?
Oh,
Did Rose go to Titanic heaven? Because she dies, and then and as it's going, I go, please don't tell me she's
Yes.
going into a heaven, and she's gonna walk into the boat and see him just like she did earlier. And Taylor goes, no, really? And then it happened, and then Taylor's like, is this really happening? I was like, yeah, I think she's in Titanic heaven.
yes, that's what happened.
That's a little weird.
I
But what's funny, right as that happened, I was
checked out.
yeah, I figured you would. I knew you wouldn't have noticed that part.
No, I mean I noticed it, but I didn't think of it as heaven. I just thought it was another flashback. I don't know. I didn't
A
think of it that-
flashback of them
on
reuniting?
Titanic.
Yeah, well, I just thought it was her dreaming about it.
Oh. But when that happened and they get to Titanic heaven, I thought, oh, Leo's like, thank fucking God it's the young her.
I actually
If
thought.
that old lady walked in to hug Leo.
Do you want to know what I thought was gonna happen? I thought she was gonna fucking take her shit off and have Bill Paxton draw her.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was praying. So when that didn't happen, I was like, okay, I'll just go with anything.
That would have been, maybe that was a deleted scene. And she's like, well, just I want to be drawn one last time.
'Cause she's
Billy.
pretty.
I'll
She
give
said
you-
it was the most erotic thing she's
Yeah,
ever done.
I'll show you where that diamond is.
And what about that creepy guy? I fucking want to know if they were gonna bone.
Yeah, that was weird. You guys fuck? Hey,
Yeah.
And then she's kind of light though. She said that he's classy. And then they go to the car and they fuck like crazy.
Yeah.
Lastly, I got an alternate ending here, and then we can, if you have any other notes, you can chime in. Alternate ending. She's standing there. She throws her diamond into the water. It falls down. You know how they said they didn't find Jack's body?
Mm-hmm.
The diamond goes to the bottom of the ocean. He grabs it. It's like lands in his hand. His eyes open. He's a zombie. Titanic 2. The diamond brought him back to life, and he goes back up. That's my alternate ending is just a shot of Leo's face with the diamond like this, with his like decaying corpse, and then the eyes just open.
Jesus Christ.
I think
that'd be great.
If Tarantino directed it, I think Caprio would do it.
Oh, okay, that'd be cool.
My thing, and I mean, I think you're done, but like when they pull the safe up, and they're just like ripping shit out of the fucking safe.
They were not being careful at all.
Yeah, you don't think they'd want to be safe?
You know what I kept doing?
Well, it was all ruined though. It was all paper, muddy.
Yeah, but
paper.
you never know, because some of that could be like worth something that's in there, and if you rip it in half by pulling out like a jackass.
But I think it was ruined though. I think that's why he was just.
But every time they would show something that like that Bill Paxton found, I go, oh my god, there it is. Like when she held a premiere, and I thought that was a dumb line too. When she held it, she's like, it looks just like it used to when I used it, and I was like, it'd be weird if it didn't.
Well, then she's like
if all of a sudden it had something else on it.
But it was like 2,000 feet under the sea for
and it's been
years.
underwater.
But I imagine like it grew an arm, and she's like, oh, it didn't used to have an arm. That's weird.
Different reflection.
Yeah.
Yeah. No shit.
But every time they would show something that they found, I'd be like, oh, there's Billy Zane's safe, and all the stuff's dry in it. But overall, I did like
Titanic.
I think I'd probably give it like a 3 out of 5.
3 out of 5.
Mm-hmm. There, like if I don't really care about the present day stuff, but all the stuff with Jack and Rose getting on the ship to the end, I really enjoyed.
Yeah, and you love this movie, right?
I don't love it. I like it. I really like it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a good movie.
I probably wouldn't pick it to.
I wasn't like picking on you saying you loved it. I thought you really loved it. Like when.
No, but like.
Oh, go ahead.
I didn't think you were.
Okay.
I was just saying, like, I really enjoy it.
Yeah,
I think it's a good movie. I wasn't expecting to, like, when we watched it, I was expecting like, oh fuck, like, is this thing almost over? But like, I thoroughly enjoyed it watching it again. Yeah, even though I've seen it.
I thought I was gonna be like that too. I was worried just because it's long, and I know a lot of it is the boat crashing. So like, I probably wouldn't turn it on again, at least anytime recent.
Oh yeah.
But if it was on, I wouldn't turn it off. I'd probably watch it if it was on something.
It was good. Like it's not like it's a bad movie.
Mm-hmm.
I just had no interest in it, and then it's weird because I like DiCaprio, I like Kate Winslet, but I wasn't invested in them at all. But it wasn't.
Oh, like if they weren't in this, like it had nothing to do with that, I wouldn't have liked it at all. I really enjoyed their storyline.
I think them being in it made it okay for me. But yeah, I wouldn't watch this again unless someone paid me. You know what I mean? Like, or
someone didn't even pay you the first time.
Do a podcast or something.
We're gonna start a podcast where every week we watch the Titanic.
The one thing is, my mom kind of like goaded me on trying to watch all the Academy Award-winning movies. So like, this would be one I could mark off the list. So that would be good. Problem is Lord of the Rings is on there too, and that's like another movie I just don't have interest in.
Oh, I fucking love those movies.
I've never seen them.
I saw the first one.
Macy had me start watching the first a long time ago, and then I fell asleep during it, so I've never seen it.
I think they're fucking dope.
I watched the first one.
I mean,
and didn't like
into
it.
shit like that.
I thought about watching those on HBO Max because they have it like in a pack.
You could take a long weekend and do it.
Do you think when Jack and Rose got in the car and started banging, he went, "Kiss my pee-pee"?
Oh my god. Probably.
I did.
Actually, I think she said it. Actually, she fucking yanked him in the back.
That's true.
That's where that line came from.
I did like too when he's doing that, and she's like, "You're trembling."
To be honest,
he's like, "Yeah, sorry."
To be honest, this movie should have been titled Rose, not Titanic, because it was more a story about her.
Yeah, but no one just goes to see Rose.
No, I know.
Titanic.
But that's, you know what I mean? Because
you know what they could have done is to get more money out of this.
It's more money.
Yeah, because you make the Titanic and it shows everyone's storyline, or you could go see Rose Titanic and it's more of her in between what's going on there, and then you see the Billy Zane Titanic, and then you see Leo Titanic. You got a movie for everybody in there.
Like everyone's perspective.
Yeah.
There's a guy from Hogan's Heroes on it. Could I see his perspective?
You can see the cop that shoots everybody and kills himself for some stupid reason.
That guy was a prick.
That was so. Was so pointless. I mean, I'm sure that happens to it, but like realistically, with him doing that, I was like, come on, dude, you just wasted that.
Well, what about the guy he shot?
That's
on accident.
That's what I was saying. You didn't even need to do that. Then you felt bad and killed yourself. Just don't do it. Let them jump off the boat.
Yeah, I like how they said the one boat had 12 people. That's cool.
I know, and it was weird. I get how like in all these things they're like, get the women and children first, but why not just get people on the boat and get them out of here?
Well, when they set it up, Firestorm fucking was like, yeah, they didn't let me put enough boats on here, and I'm thinking, oh, it's probably gonna be a mistake.
Which I thought he was gonna be a villain in the beginning, and then he ended up just being the guy that like makes the boat or he had the blueprints for the boat and all that. But he seemed villainous in the beginning.
A little bit. They all did just because they were rich assholes, but yeah, he ended up being the only one with a brain. If he only had a brain. Like when he goes up there, he goes, no, it's mathematics. It's gonna fucking sink in an hour.
Yeah, I did like.
No one believes it. That was one cool part. Is it went from this boat can't sink to shit's hit the fan and everyone's freaking out and now they're popsicles.
Yeah.
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 How do you like to be those people down in the bottom that just got?
I would have beat the fuck out of that guy if I got through that gate.
Didn't you guys think it was weird when she's going down there and then when Rose is and then like it cuts to like the dude's sleeping or whatever and he's like, what's going on? And then the mom's tucking her kids in and then I was like, it's been going on for like 50 minutes and you're not like, you guys didn't even try to get out. You guys don't even know if there's boats up top. She just decided to tuck her kids in and let them die and she's dying down there too. I thought that was such a weird decision because they were so down deep. They didn't walk up to the top, see the chains, and go back down and tuck their kids in because their kids didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, there was a lot of that stuff in here. Like it was.
That was just so weird, and I'm sure there's actual story. I mean, I don't know how they could prove that because the lady just died down there.
They asked them. They got their skeletons. It's like, hey, what did you do?
I did see there was a lot of survivors of this. I mean, way more people died, but there were some. And then I think 2012 was the last survivor died, and I think it was like an 87-year-old woman. I think she was like 2 months old at the time.
What did she have to say about it? Oh, it was crazy.
Yeah, she's like, I'm just sucking on my bottle. Mom breastfeeding me in the boat. The fucking it froze.
Her nipples were hard as fuck.
That is crazy. Like she would have no recollection of it.
Yeah, how's the Titanic? I don't fucking know.
Yeah, she was fucking 2 months old. Leave me alone.
Yeah, asshole. My first boat ride.
My brother was frozen next to my fucking uncle.
Any last things about Titanic before we look at our poll?
No.
Why'd you look at me like that?
I don't want to look at my poll.
All right, 6 votes again. Coming in at last place, 17%, Unforgiven.
Yeah.
Coming in at second place, 33%, Sicario. So we are going with Once Upon a Time in H-Wood, 50%.
Nice.
I'm excited to watch it.
Cool.
That's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah,
I've never seen it.
I saw that twice in theaters, almost a third time, but then I just didn't get to go to it in Victoria.
I think I only watched it once, right?
I
might have seen it twice.
But yeah, I love it. That'll be a fun one to do a podcast on because there's so much shit to talk about on that too.
Yeah.
And it's not.
Is it streaming anywhere?
Yeah, it's on Stars.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Hess can log into our Stars if he'd like to watch that.
I have a free 7-day trial because that's where I watched fucking Titanic.
Oh, Titanic.
I thought you said you had it on DVD.
Titanic.
I'm sure we probably do, but I didn't want to dig it out.
Dig it out. Dig it out.
You like your panties?
Oh, I thought that was your pussy. I just told us I like his panties. Well, any last things you guys? Oh, we got to do our movie list. I almost completely forgot about that.
Jesus.
I didn't watch very many this week.
I watched a few. So we'll do our movie list real quick, and then we'll wrap up this shit show. Movies of 2021 notes. Let's see. Go down to the bottom. All right, I'll go first. I've watched 139 movies this year.
You watched 5 movies this week or something?
I think I watched 9, maybe 8. I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah. I think Nick was at 132. You were at 130 or something.
Yeah, I was at 130. Yeah, I watched 9 because I was at 130 last week. Yeah.
Kind of impressed you remembered that.
I am too, honestly.
Because I had no idea.
He's got a pretty big brain there, that Hess.
Yeah.
Hey, Zoom, can you cut it out for a second? I watched I Know What You Did Last Summer, and I still know what you did last summer. Horrible fucking movies, by the way.
Even the first one?
Real bad, yeah. Written by the guy that did Scream. He wrote he wrote the first one first. Second one he didn't get to write
But
because he was busy.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but the guy that I forget what Hess called him, but the fucking cop that said, "Oh, you had time to take your jacket off," and I'm
Yeah.
surprised you didn't pick him.
Why?
Scream 2.
Oh, is he really in that?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I watched Terror of Mechagodzilla, horrible movie as well. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, The Greatest Average American, that was Nate Bargatze's new stand-up special. Rest Stop, Don't Look Back, that's a fucking wild trip. Taylor invited me to watch that, Jesus Christ. Bad Match, it's like an obsession movie, but with a twist. And Titanic, and then Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, Secret of the Ooze. I love that movie.
That's random.
It was on HBO Max, I just turned it on the other night.
I'm only at 136.
Oh, I'm 3 ahead of you, bad boy. You scared? Are you scared?
No. Guardians 2, Running Scared, Titanic.
Running scared? Yeah, scared.
Running Scared, Titanic, and 42 is what I watched.
Oh, yeah, you watched 42 last night.
Yeah.
I've never seen that.
I like it.
Me neither.
Oh, yeah, it's on HBO.
That's the Chadwick Boseman one, right?
Yeah, he's Jackie Robinson. Harrison Ford is Branch Rickey. And
Oh, I didn't know Harrison Ford was in that.
Yeah.
Harrison Ford, Black Panther, and Steve the Pirate?
Yeah, I called Jerome out because Steve the Pirate plays the Phillies manager.
Uh-huh.
We can't put in what he says.
I was hearing
shit.
it. It was some bad stuff.
And he only heard half of it.
Yeah.
Some about N-words.
Let me just say, if we played it, it'd be. That's all that'd be going on.
About 60 of them in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was kind of like going, hey, better.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh.
Yeah.
But it's good. You know, when I was growing up, my grandma was a Dodger fan. So I liked the Dodgers my first couple years, you know what I mean? And so I know a lot about their history. And then, so I know the story already. So then, and Jackie Robinson's Jackie Robinson.
Well, plus I call you Jackie Robinson all the time.
You do,
So
'cause
that's probably another reason why you wanted to watch it so
fucking
much.
weirdo. But then, now it's Chadwick Boseman too. So I already liked it. And
I
then,
never call you Chadwick Boseman.
and then it's like now it's just weird watching him.
Yeah, it'll be really weird once we get to Black Panther and all that. I mean, we already saw him in Civil War for Idiot's Guide. But once we get to the other stuff with him, that'll be really weird.
I was
to
thinking
talk
about watching Draft Day if that's on anything because the draft's coming up and he's in that too. So
Any last things from you homeboys?
Nothing.
Nothing? All right. Well, thanks for watching, ladies and gentle dudes. Next week is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I can only imagine what soundboard clips I'm gonna get for that. We don't got any
Titanic.
David Spade, so
it's a fucking good ass movie.
it is really good. One of the best endings I think of all time. But thanks for watching, everybody. Please like, subscribe, and we'll see you next week.